Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today is the last week of Amp It Up August, and this time it is anything goes. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's get started. Now, as you may see here, I have my own little theme happening. I am continuing that theme today. I have a pencil container. This little bit slips out. I was lucky and picked this up at a secondhand store for $2. The outside's a bit beat up and battered around. I did get one from the reject shop, but I've misplaced it. It was $2. It was all plastic, but it was going to be too complicated to use in this video as the bottom was narrower than the top, so that makes things a bit more difficult. What I thought I would do is I have two different sizes of paper here. I've measured this and it's just under 3 inches. So what I thought I would do is I would have two panels roughly the right size and two panels slightly bigger so that they can curve round and cover the sides. What I'm going to do with these two that are going to cover the sides is put tape right along the edges. I'm using thicker tape than I'd normally use for this. It's about 1 centimetre. Just to make sure that I can get it to hold on to the curves. And then I'm going to do the same for the other piece. And then I'm also going to fill in this top part. And then for the front panels, I'm just going to add some tape onto them. Just realised I probably need more tape than I've added on, so I'm just going to add an extra piece in and then lose my tape. That's alright, I'll just grab the skinny stuff for this one. For these two larger panels, I'm going to stick a piece of tape straight down the middle of the box on opposite sides. And then I'm going to peel off the front piece, and I'm standing it up so that the paper is flush to the ground, and then trying to roughly work out where the sides are. I'm going to push that on and release my side pieces. But before I press it over, I'm just going to cut my corners right down the line, which means going under the box a little, and I'm going to push the rest of my paper down. And I did not cut this piece high enough, but that's okay, I can get another piece and stick it on the inside. Then I am going to curve this piece around as tight as I can to make sure the corner is covered, and again pull this up and try and press it in so that the corner is well covered. Then I am going to do the same with this side. Now I'm going to do the same on the opposite side, so I'll speed that up so you don't have to watch it in real time again. Next I'm working out which pieces are my front and back and adding them on. And now I need to trim off a little bit of these side pieces just so that the piece of paper will fold down nicely. Fold that down into the interior. Didn't have tape on these tiny flaps. It's going to add a little bit of glue under here so that this corner sticks down. And see if I need to do the same on the other side. It's not as bad. I'm just going to hold that in place for a second, and then I'm going to do the same for the last side. Again, trim off those excess pieces so that the panel will fold down. Press that panel down into the box, and again I'm going to need just a dab of glue on each corner. And now the box is covered. Now I have a strip, and I'm going to run tape all along it. Make sure it's up the right way, and I am going to run this along the top of the box. Then I'm just going to cut that little extra bit off. I am going to cut another strip for the inside, and I'm going to make sure that it's long enough. Probably wider than I need it to be, but that's okay. And I am going to add tape all along it. and see if I can finagle it into the middle. It's going to be a bit harder than I anticipated, I think. But I think if I fold the piece, I probably should have left the tape on. There we go. Push it into the corner, follow it around. A little bit of overlap, and instead of trying to cut that off, I'm just going to let that overlap, and now I've covered that inside bit. I just didn't make my outside pieces quite long enough to cover it. For some reason one was and the rest weren't. Now I have some pieces to decorate with, and I'm going to grab my foam tape. I'm going to cover the back of this square with foam tape. I want this to sit like that, so what I'm going to do is remove the foam tape backing, and I'm going to work out how I want that, and then I'm going to grab my glue. I'll use multimedia matte because my glue is not working, so I'm just going to add a little bit of multimedia matte to the back, and then I'm going to move the cat hair. Cat gets into everything. Try and center my square piece, push down the top two pieces. I'm going to add a tiny bit of matte medium to this half of the cog that I had left from last week, and slide that under there. And there I have a decorated pen or pencil holder. I'll just pop the divider back in. The person who gets this can decide if they want the divider or not. The paper I used again is the Factory 42 plans paper. It has the plans on that side and the brick wall on that side. The sentiment is from the Document Collectibles. The cogs are from Factory 42 Collectibles. These are my 4 projects from Amp It Up August. We have the sticky note holder, the paper pad, the money box, and the pen and pencil holder. Chose to make them all man themed because it's often hard to make things for men, so I wanted to show a few different options of things that are pretty easy to make, and it might give you some ideas to make some other things. I will link all the other ladies in the Amp It Up August collab below. Please go and check them out, they are all very talented. I hope you enjoyed Amp It Up August. I'm sure it will be back next year, bigger and better than ever. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.